Hello everybody, it's Redbeard Anubis and welcome back to another episode of LSPDFR. So this technically isn't a normal um, episode of LSPDFR. Today is court day, so we have James Taylor in a suit and we're going to head down to the court in my personal vehicle. We're just exiting our apartment and we're going to go down there to the court, which is down by the Davis Sheriff's Station. So yeah, it's early in the morning. Got to get there before court starts. It is James Taylor's day off. So we're going to head down there and yeah, see the outlooks of all the cases that we've done. Pretty much, I've not done the end of result of court cases once patrols are completed because some people don't want to watch them. I understand, no big deal. But for those who do want to know the outcomes, this is for you. At the end of court day, once we go through them all, we're going to be doing a little special episode, not with James Taylor, but with the other character we made. Oh, thank you. With the other character we made. And we got people running red lights and all that jazz. What it would be to be on duty right now, but we are off duty. As you can see, off duty. But yeah, we'll switch to the other character and we'll do something a little bit different. Not security or anything that we've already done. It's just something a little different. I just wanted to get these court cases out of the way. So we'll see you guys when we get down to the courthouse. Alright guys, we are here, finally. And we're going to go ahead and park up in front of the courthouse. Actually, you know what? Seeing as how I'm driving a personal vehicle, I'm not on duty, so I can't go in. That makes sense.
Oh, this is worse than an earthquake.
We're just gonna go ahead and park right here then. And I'm gonna make sure I lock my car. And we're gonna walk down to the courthouse and get this thing started. I'm interested to see how our work panned out for all the people that we have taken care of. Alright guys, we are at the courthouse. We're gonna go ahead and go in and start this. Alright, to do this, basically, we just have to pull up CompuLite at the courthouse. There is no actual courthouse, which kind of sucks. I'm just trying to do this how we do. So yeah, we got a lot to go through here. Oh yeah. Well, this is a lot. We're going to start at the oldest court case, which is 3/2/2021, Chris Stiles. Mr. Stiles, he was in illegal possession of a firearm, failure to present concealed carry permit, obstruction of justice, and resisting arrest. He was fined $2,838, 2 years and 10 months in prison for his offenses. Kristen Pancranzio. Kristen Pancranzio had possession of fentanyl and an arrest warrant. He was fined $7,000, spent 10 years in prison. John Candace. So driving while license suspended, not guilty. Okay. I probably dropped that charge considering all the other charges he had. Grand theft, possession of heroin, illegal possession of a firearm, and failure to present concealed carry permit. So he got $12,734 and also 9 years in prison. And 9 years, 6 months in prison. Okay. Next one's going to be Kate Andrews. Kate Andrews was on Westmere Drive. possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of fentanyl, possession of burglary tools, possession of stolen property. She was granted probation for most of it and 11 months in prison, and then fined $9,543. Anthony Winston, this was on Nicola Avenue. Brandishing a firearm and discharge of a firearm. He spent 10 months in prison and was fined $1,388. Craig Jenkins, Strawberry Ave, so this is also LS. Illegal possession of cocaine, illegal possession of firearm and warrant for arrest. Fine $5,577 and 11 months in prison. Granted probation on two of those offenses. So that's how that works. He did get some jail time. Uh, she had, oh, excuse me, Marcus Loeb, Baytree Canyon Road. Possession of methamphetamines and prescription pills. No prison time. Granted probation on both, but fined $7,000. Michael Shane. I was on Galileo Road. $8,000 and 7 years in prison. He got possession of marijuana. Got 5 years in prison for that. He did not have a good lawyer. And then possession of MDMA and fined $30,000 and 2 years in prison. Justin Shane. He had possession of methamphetamines, 1 year in prison, and $4,000 fined on Marlowe Drive. Justin Shane, again, this was the same one. I had to put two of them in there. He was just fined driving without registration, driving without insurance. He probably showed proof of insurance while coming to court, so they found him not guilty on that, which is fine. That's usually what happens. Failure to present insurance. He was fined on that, though, and failure to present registration. So he failure to present both of them, which is true, but he showed proof of insurance, just never got the car registered. So that was his traffic charges, so he was fined $1,491. Wispy Mound Drive, Elora Hartley. I remember this. This was a park ranger patrol, the one that started off crazy. Driving under the influence and possession of heroin. No prison time, but license is suspended for 10 months, granted probation, and fined $4,681. Jessica Wells. Jessica Wells was the reckless driving, the one that ran into me while on scene. She was fined $8,564 and spent 3 years in prison. Possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of heroin, and also license suspended for 9 months. Laura Harley, we also got her for possession of cocaine and possession of marijuana. I had to do those separately. I forgot about that. So she got some prison time. She got 6 years, and she was fined $9,000 on top of that. Jacob was in Sandy Shores and Marina Drive, possession of drug paraphernalia and brandishing a firearm. He got 2 years, 9 months in prison, and fined $5,947. Gillian Francisco, Cholla Springs Avenue, fined $9,817, 3 years and 6 months in prison. Possession of methamphetamines, possession of PCP, obstruction, and resisting. He was granted probation on the resisting and the possession of methamphetamines. Got the jail time for the PCP and the obstruction. So that's how that worked out. Sometimes they have good lawyers that can get them on certain things, but some judges will not move on. Depends on who you get. It's honestly like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. We got a lot to do, so let's continue. Michael Worrell, Cholla Springs Avenue. Fined $1,549. No prison time. Granted probation. Not guilty for the warrant for arrest. So something had to happen where that warrant wasn't legit or something else. But he was possession of a firearm and resisting arrest. Fined and granted probation. Some stuff happens. It's the way court goes. You do what you can, but it is what it is. Tara Holtze, Algonquin Boulevard. She was fined $18,336, 36 years, 1 month in prison. She'll be gone for a while. She had possession of fentanyl, uh, illegal possession of a firearm, abuse of 911, attempted murder of a police officer, brandishing a firearm, discharge of a firearm, and resisting arrest with violence. Yeah, the highest sentence was the attempted murder of a police officer, which was 25 years in prison. So, yeah, that's how that works. Stefan Secure, attempted murder of a police officer, 60 years in prison for that. I'm glad they're coming down hard on people that try to kill me. That's nice. Assault with a deadly weapon, resisting arrest with violence. 69 years in prison total and fined $18,000. Anthony Jerrison, he was on Magellan Avenue and improper passing and expired driver's license. So he got the 391. That's just traffic. That's nothing too bad. Lauren Woods, Boulevard Del Perro, driving while suspended, drug paraphernalia, marijuana, methamphetamines, and resisting. She got a total of 2 years, 6 months in prison and fined $12,509. License was also suspended for 20 months. So she got the prison time on the marijuana, which again, wow, crazy. She got granted probation on methamphetamines, but not the marijuana. That's insane. She got the most for marijuana. That's just crazy. 6 months for 6 months in prison for the resisting, though. Next, we got Kate Knight, parking blocking a driveway. She was fined $100. Cedric Toza, Bay City Ave. Reckless driving, possession of PCP, license suspended for 12 months, granted probation, fined $5,000 and 4 years in prison. So the license suspensions actually take effect once they are on probation or parole. Once they're on parole. So they're on probation and parole once they get out of prison. So they serve their sentence first, and then that license suspension carries over until they're complete. It doesn't take effect until their jail time is. So you can't have your license suspended for jail for 12 months and then spend 4 years in prison during the same time. It doesn't make sense. So they do it after you're released, whether that be probation, parole, whatever. All right, Bubba Duke. Bubba Duke, Palomino Avenue. Possession of LSD, illegal possession of firearm, public intoxication, or resisting arrest. He was granted probation on 2 of those charges, which was, in my opinion, the 2 worst of them, but still got some prison time, 3 years, 8 months in prison, and fined $5,207. Really come down hard on the drugs usage when they're granting probation on stuff that I think they should come down harder on. Just my opinion, but that's the way the court is. Callum Ayas. Magellan Avenue, failure to yield. He was fined $280, probably pled guilty or just paid the fine. Sylvester Marrero, Bay City Avenue, at fault of an accident. I remember this guy, and he had the expired driver's license. He was fined $464. Eric Johnson, leaving the scene of an accident, possession of methamphetamines, attempted murder of a police officer, resisting with violence. This guy got a suspended license for 3 months and granted probation. However, he got 45 years in prison. So he is 32. So unless he gets paroled out, which I don't see that being a thing, let's do some quick math here. He won't be out of prison until he's 78. So unless he gets unless he gets parole, he won't be out until he's 78. So his license will be suspended for 3 months after that. Crazy. I mean, that's what happens, man. I'm happy that they are coming down hard on the attempted murder of a police officer and give him a long sentence there. Dylan Silverfish, we got 2 for him. Speeding beach 16 to 25 over, fined $278. Okay. Dylan here was driving under the influence and possession of PCP, so that was on top of the speeding offense. License suspended for 10 months, 9 months in prison for the drinking and driving, and then granted probation, but fined $3,000 for the possession of PCP. Interesting. So he actually went to jail for drinking and driving, but he was granted probation for the possession of PCP. It might have been his first time. That's usually what happens. Lucia Fields, we got 2 for her as well. Palomino Freeway. This has got to be the Trooper Patrol that we did. So she was fined $5,691, 1 year and 10 months in prison. License suspended for a total of, what was that, 26 months? So she got evading arrest, 10 months in prison. So that's what the 10 months was for. Possession of drug paraphernalia, found not guilty. They probably threw that out considering all the rest she had. And then she got resisting arrest. She got the year in prison. Granted probation for driving under the influence. Fined 1,000. License suspended. Okay. And then possession of LSD, probably also the first time on the drug charge, so they granted her probation but fined the crap out of her. That will happen. Lucia Fields, we got another one for her, and that was the original stop, which that was the probable cause that locked in that court case, and she was fined $209. April Higgins, Sonora Freeway. This was the leaving the scene of an accident, possession of LSD, possession of PCP, illegal possession of a firearm, and resisting arrest. Suspended license for 5 months and granted probation. Had 7 years in prison for the drug charges and illegal possession of a firearm, and resisting arrest just fined. Interesting. There we go. All right, Dan Jensen. We got 8 years in prison and license suspended for 6 months. He got the prison time for the possession of marijuana, possession of methamphetamines, granted probation on the paraphernalia, resisting arrest, granted probation, and also license suspended for 6 months. So he will go to prison for 8 years and then be on probation after that with his license suspended for 6 months. Probation, if you're on probation or parole, you can be searched at any time. There's no probable cause that is needed. Basically, there's just a reason. Any small charge can mess you up and send you back to prison. That's the way that goes. Havoc, no dude. Speeding under 15, failure to stop, driving without insurance, and expired driver's license. This was all traffic, but he was fined $2,047. Man, that's an expensive traffic ticket. The driving without insurance, you see how hard they come down with because of accidents. William Brooks, we got 2 in the same day, so this is connected. Possession of fentanyl, possession of heroin, 5 years of prison, $8,000. And then this was the failure to stop, which was the probable cause for that charge. That's how we do that. And he pleaded guilty to that. Dan Fernando, possession of fentanyl, 4,000 and 1 year in prison. Pretty easy on that. Josh Souls, possession of fentanyl, first degree murder, and attempted murder of a police officer. He got 87 years in prison. This guy is going to die in prison. He also got 5 other years in prison for the possession. So yeah, no, $22,000. I probably never see that fine money, and he's going to be in prison until he dies, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so he was born in 91. He is 30 years old now. Yeah, because 21, so he's going to be 31 this year, or 30 years old this year. And he adds the 87 years. Yeah, he's going to die in prison. This is basically a life sentence for attempted murder, police officer, first degree murder. Not bad, man. Jay Brooks. Okay, so he's got the on Eastbourne Whale failure to stop, driving without registration, and driving without insurance. So I guess the car was registered, or he proved the car was registered. That's why they dropped that, which is fine. But he was still fined $1,985. Jay Brookside, however, though, that was the traffic that set us up for this, which is driving while suspended, which was legit. Possession of fentanyl, possession of marijuana, possession of PCP, and obstruction of justice. So he got 6 years and 9 months in prison and fined another $14,478. Granted probation on the fentanyl and the PCP. 5 years in prison for the 5 years in prison for the marijuana, but Granted probation for the fentanyl. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so we got a possession of PCP and a warrant for arrest for May John on Eastbourne Way, $7,000, 6 years in prison. Harvey Kent, fined $10,000 and 3 years in prison. Possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Alex Layton on Milton Road. He got 19 years and 8 months in prison for. Here's what the thing. So driving under the influence, he got 8 months in prison. However, because he killed someone while driving, he got 19 years in prison. That's what you do. That's what happens when you drive under the influence. This is what goes on. So he's going to get 19 years in prison. He's 45 now. Yeah. So he's pretty much not going to get out till he's 64 years old. And yeah, that's sad, but it is what it is, man. Don't drive under the influence. You could kill someone, and this is what happens. Joy Lakeview. Disturbing the peace, public intoxication, brandishing a firearm. He got, or she, I can't tell. Doesn't tell me. There we go. They got 1 year and 11 months prison, so almost 2 years, and fined $2,263. They got hit with everything. Mario Caldati. Crossing the center divider, expired vehicle registration, expired driver's license. They were fined $541. That's all traffic. Johnny McKenzie. Failure to stop driving without insurance. $1,900. That's an expensive ticket. That is an expensive ticket, man. But driving without insurance, you see how bad they go after you because driving without insurance puts everybody at risk. That's another thing that is zero tolerance. And I'm happy that they take that serious. Don Enzo Ostia, 42 years in prison, fined $11,127, and also license suspended for 22 months. He's 49 years old now, so by the time he gets out, if he gets out, he's going to be 91 years old, and his license is suspended for another almost 2 years. He got the attempt to murder a police officer, which was 36 years, which was the biggest thing. Yeah. No. Angela Lee, warrant for arrest and battery on a police officer. 9 years in prison and fined $12,000. There's that. Cheyenne Redfoot, parking in a no parking zone. Simple parking citation was fined $630 according to court records. And that is it for court cases. We actually, I'm very surprised at that it went as well as it did. And we got a freeze here, which can happen. I don't know why. Very odd. But I hope you guys did enjoy the court cases. And, excuse me, we will be switching to our other character and doing something else to add a little bit to this video and not just a bunch of court cases. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Switch Characters. Yeah, that's right. We switched characters, and we're actually back with Amy Taylor. We're going to be doing the City of Los Santos parking enforcement. This is a pretty cool pack that I actually wanted to try out. There is a uniform in the EUP. We're back with, of course, James Taylor's sister, Amy Taylor, as you guys can see. And we have a Classy Asa here with amber lights, and we're going to be doing park enforcement around Rockford Hills. We take care of parking enforcement around here, as well as Rockford Hills PD. If we get anything criminal-wise, we'll call PD out, but this is just something to add on to the court day, because, let's face it, court day is just going through court cases, so I figured I'd do this on top of it and see what the deal is. So we're not a police officer. That was illegal. We would pull over for that, but we're not a cop. She is still in the academy. She got a couple more weeks to go before she is complete with the San Andreas Police Academy. So, yeah, second job. Gotta love it. Trying to make your way through and pay for your academy. That's what happens when you're self-pay through the academy. Anyway, with that said, yeah, we're going to get on out here on patrol, I guess, and see if we can find any illegally parked vehicles. We'll do a couple. It gets pretty tedious and boring after a while, so that's why I added it on to Back of the Court Day. This parking pack is available on GTA 5-mods. Yeah, I will have a link in the description below if you guys want to try it out. It is in with EUP as well. There's a parking enforcement skins for it. These are based on RDE vehicles, so yeah, we were going to go ahead and get out here and see what violations we can cite. And that didn't take long. We got a vehicle here parked in the red zone, not at a parking meter. So let's go ahead and start this out. And we're going to switch our police radio to handheld. There we go. All right. First of all, we're going to call in that plate. Yeah, parking enforcement 1. I have.
Target vehicle license plate. 07 Ocean.
No flags, no nothing.
866. Target is 10-4.
Okay, so we are going to go ahead and issue them parking citation. We're going to pull out our nifty tablet here. Go to vehicle records. This is the vehicle. Registration's valid, insurance is valid, not stolen, which is good. View owner record. Andrew McDougal, female, 39 years old. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and create a citation. So we're gonna go to parking violations, and this is gonna be parked in a no parking zone. Too friggin' easy. That is not a notice to appear. Gonna submit charges for that. And yeah, we're gonna be clear. Citation issued. We don't need to leave our vehicle running. We're not police. We can't use ambers on the roadway either, but when pulled over, we will use our ambers. We're going to be going around the hospital here. We got a lot of parking violations in and around the hospital, so we're going to check it out. Hey, look at this. We got a vehicle parked in the red zone, and another vehicle parked in a fire hydrant. So we're going to request a record check on the Huntley in front of us.
Vehicle license plate.
Expired registration.
Union Tom George 665. A traffic violation.
Comes back to a J. Dixon. All right, Miss J. Dixon. Failure to display parked in a parking zone. She is going to get another. She has a lot of parking stuff. Parked in posted fire lane. Yeah, I would say that. And submit citations.
Approach with caution.
Parking enforcement 1, I'm requesting a tow truck to 8 Milton Parkway, Dorset Place, for an illegally parked vehicle. We're going to go ahead and request a tow truck.
Flatbed. Assistance
considering their
in,
history.
Burton.
And parked right in front of a fire hydrant. This is a fire zone. We're going to go ahead and call out a tow truck for them, and they're going to get the car towed. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and check this vehicle. They're parked in the no parking zone, which is the red curbs.
Target vehicle license plate.
Expired registration on this one too.
Lincoln Union Henry 031. A traffic violation.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and check the vehicle records. I think it's going to be the Shafter 03. Yep. This is the one. Richie Thorne. Okay. Hunting without a license spiel. Okay. Yeah, create citation. Parking violation and parked in a no parking zone. Yay! This pack is kind of cool, and honestly, to tell you the truth, that's
Approach with caution.
that's why I wanted to do it. All right, tow truck already came and got that one. We're gonna go ahead and get back to our vehicle and get back out there. Gonna look for a couple more. Couple more parking problems. Is this vehicle out in the middle of the roadway? Vehicle is out in the middle of the roadway. It's gonna be a Roddy, Babbitt Roddy.
Target vehicle license plate. 64 Ocean Young George 966.
There.
Target is 10-4.
They're parked at least 3 inches from the curb here. No, no, no. Let's not do that. So we're going to go ahead and go with a Roddy. And vehicle owner record. Her driver's license expired. Gonna create a parking violation. She's technically double parked. So we're gonna go ahead and submit the citation for a double parking because she is parked too far away. Also, considering this could create a traffic hazard, we are authorized to tow any vehicle that is deemed unsafe. So actually, we're going to go ahead and do that. Press tow truck service, get out the flatbed,
Flatbed. Assistance
and we're
required
going to go ahead and clear.
Rockford Hills.
And there's our first tow truck going away. Well, the second one will be coming here soon. Keeping the tow trucks busy with Casey's highway clearance. Alrighty, so that's taken care of. Let's try to get one more. I'm not going to make this too long because it's like, vehicle cut me off, man. Nobody likes the parking enforcement people. I understand that, but come on, peoples. So yeah, we're going to concentrate around the hospital, see if we can get any more illegally parked vehicles. Probably one more around here. No, doesn't look like it. Crazy. We're actually going to go down the street. I see road vehicles. We're going to check all the vehicles. And this is basically what parking enforcement would do. They would drive around the city during daylight hours and ticket vehicles that are appropriate to ticket. Expired meters, vehicles that are illegally parked, as you guys have already seen. So we're going to go ahead and try to get one more vehicle probably right across the street here once we get through this red light, which is right now. All right. We got a vehicle parked in a red zone here. Okay, go ahead, turn on the lights. Get out. Vehicle parked just at the edge. We have to determine whether or not this is a citable offense or whether it can go. Technically, you shouldn't park in this area because it's right by a crosswalk. But, I mean, they're just over. It's close. Let's go ahead and run their plate through the system.
Assistance required in
Oh, no, I didn't want
Rockford
that.
Hills.
I didn't want that. Well, actually, you know what we'll call this? We'll call this that the owner of the vehicle is getting dropped off. Yeah, this is what we'll say. There's the owner of the vehicle. Hey, we'll take care of the vehicle, I promise. Or vice versa. Hey, man, don't tow my car. Oh, okay. All right, fine. I won't tow your car. Yeah, no problem. Ticket hasn't been written yet. All right, well, that works. All right, we'll check the rest of the vehicles in the line here. This vehicle's kind of out far. Clearance enough for the trap, for the fire hydrant, I mean. Go ahead and brake here. I actually wanted to run the plate. Ooh, we got a red zone violation over there. So we're going to go ahead and swing around and get that one. That'll be our last one. Oh, we got a red zone violation up here too. You know what? Instead of having to do the whole switch around thing, they get a break, and we're going to go ahead and do this one in front of us. Why not? So, like I said, parking violations. Nothing crazy. Nothing stupid. Traffic is what it is. And here we go. But this is a second job. I mean, working security, doing parking enforcement. Gonna go ahead and request a vehicle check on the shafter.
Target vehicle license plate.
Jin
84
Hakuza.
Lincoln Mary 425. Target is 10-4.
Parked in a red zone. This is blatant. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and look up this. No, a lot of shafters. Jin, there you are. Driving without registration. Well, they're going to get a parking violation. Parked in a no parking zone. Submit citation. All right, there it is. So everybody, that's going to do it for this episode of Parking Enforcement and also Court Day. Hope you guys did enjoy it. I know this episode is very different. I'm not even numbering this LSPDFR episode for that reason. Go ahead and turn on the lights so they can pass. They view this vehicle as a police vehicle, so it has the same function, so I can use CompuLight and all that jazz. But on that note, guys, hope you guys did enjoy it for what it was, and of course, we shall see you on the next one. Take care, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening.